Hey guys, Voices here, and today I'm presenting to you another really strong cop for patch 10.18 set 4 of TFT. I do not believe that this is S tier, but it's a really high tier 1 meta comp, and it is Warlords. So there is two ways to do it, which is basically going 9 warlords if you can, or 6. Both of them requires a chosen warlord. It doesn't really, I think, matters which one you get. But yeah, please like and subscribe this video if you enjoyed it. You can ask any questions in the comments or in my Discord server. But here it goes. So let's go over the first case where you actually found the warlord chosen and have the warlord spatula. Then you can go 9 warlords. So let's be honest here, you're not gonna get that really often because it's dependent on a spatula item, which is way more rare now. But if you do, I do believe that this version is actually S tier. Like you shouldn't be at like bottom forever if you do get this online. Okay, this is so strong, especially with the Katarina gaining HP and 70 spell power on top of everything that she can do is actually insane. So, of course, Warlords are also really good early game. Why? Because you have 2 of them that are 2 costs, 2 of them that are 1 cost. You should go be able to find 3 Warlords in the early game pretty easily. It is actually a strong comp. Once you do find the chosen warlord, you go to 6 and add any smaller synergies that you need. It can be Brawler, it can be Vanguard, anything that you can get that gives you 1 additional synergy is great. What I recommend is going for another assassin. Why? Because your Katarina is going to be doing even more damage. So it's always a good plan. So of course, if you do get the spatula, the best is to put it on an assassin to have a great additional damage, secondary carry. The best assassin is by far Talon, which is why I did put it here. Nothing much to say. For Warlord, for both comps, you need to focus on first Katarina items. And those are the best Katarina items. If you don't like the Quicksilver, I recommend Guardian Angel or another defensive item. I also seen Frozen Heart being good too. Just making sure that she ults, basically. She just needs to ult once, she would basically hit your whole backline. So that's the only thing that you need to matter. Any other tanky items, we're going your Xin, your Garen, Jaren, whatever. I really like Morello on the Azir because of his ult is a big AoE, so it will apply Morello very nicely. Again, this is rare, but in the case that you get the right spatula with the belt, please go for it. You should almost always get top 4 with this. For the item prioritization, I always like blue buff first, and then Gunblade, and then whatever else you have. All the tanky items are going on your tanky units. If you want even more damage, if you do have after that, IE is awesome on Talon, Rageblade is great on Nidalee or any other AP item. But that is it for this version. Now we'll go over the version that you will be going for most of the time, which is 6 Warlords. So not much to say here. You still have the chosen warlord, but you didn't get the spat, okay? So now you just need to have all the strong synergies with your Warlord. You have Dusk Keeper and Mystic, which are really strong. Riven is actually insane with Keeper buff here, and Dusk she will be doing your second most damage. You don't have to put Cassiopeia here, you can switch with Exile. That's just to dump the units on the field, okay? But what you want is the keepers on the central, so everybody gets a shield. Of course, the items are the same for the Katarina. If you can get any AD, then you give it to Talon. If you want to have some defensive item on another carry, I really like Guardian Angel, Ionic Spark on Riven. She will be doing a ton of damage, if not more than the Katarina actually at this point. Riven is the best 4-cost unit for me. It's like insanely strong, just as a pure unit, not counting any synergy. So imagine when she has the Dusk activated. That's another comp that we'll be talking about later. But this is the good, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, level 9 composition. Katarina, you should aim to freestyle her if you can, but you should not roll all your gold for it. So my point is to find maybe 5 or 6 Katarinas by the end of stage 4. If you have 6 Katarinas, you should aim to freestyle her. If you don't, I would rather just level and add more synergies. Maybe you can freestyle her later. But the priority, if you don't have enough Katarinas, is to find all your units and upgrade them to 2 stars, and only then you can try to get Katarina 3. It's basically like big Bang Bros on set 3.5, right? If you didn't have enough masteries at one point, you shouldn't just go for it. Just go for the upgrades and level, add Riven, add Aurelia, right? Here is the same. You add Riven, you add Cassiopeia, and make sure you are really strong. But that is it for this video, guys. It's a pretty straightforward. The only thing is I would really go for this comp if you have chosen Warlord only. It is kind of dependent, because then if you don't, you will just lose too many synergies. Your Katarina is not going to have Assassin, you won't have Dusk, you're just gonna be less strong. So I would say that you still can go for 6 Warlords with another chosen, but it's just a less strong variation. Which is why I do not recommend it. But if you do get a chosen Warlord, this is definitely the best way to do it. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below or in my Discord. But I will see you guys next time.